Welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, to a news roundup coming up for you today. What we are going to be discussing today is transfers, and in particular, what we've heard from the media over the past few weeks with regard to Barcelona, looking ahead there to the January transfer window and also to next summer. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing the usual suspects. It's Neymar, some words from Messi on Neymar, and also as well, some more stories to bring you. It's all coming up. Let's get right into it. But I want to kick off here with the transfer talk with regard to somebody in our own team right now. And I'm going to talk here about the 20-year-old Uruguayan centre-back, Ronald Araujo, who of course made his debut last weekend against Sevilla in the final minutes there coming on for Jean-Claire Todibo, in which of course things didn't exactly end too well. But overall, he did look like a promising player. He did look like somebody who did have some talent about him. And of course, he was harshly sent off. We all know about the red card. We all know about what followed that. But after the game, Araujo was really good in his press conference. He said, look, I still believe in myself. I'm still incredibly happy that I made my debut for Barcelona. That's what I want to do. The red card, it doesn't get me down. I can bounce back from that. And it's since been reported by Cat Radio that Araujo was actually this summer subject there of a €10 million bid from Köln in the Bundesliga. Apparently there a 10 million offer came into Barcelona, but they rejected it. They said no, Araujo is not for sale, and they rejected it there because the plan long term is to introduce Araujo to the first team. They believe that he has the talent to make that step up, and certainly he's a young centre-back there to keep an eye on. And if we do move on now to the midfield, and in particular Napoli's Fabian Ruiz, who did appear on MD's cover last month in an article there which stated that Barcelona had already begun thinking about next summer. It said there Fabian Ruiz 2020, and they believe that Ruiz is right at the top of Barcelona's list to bolster their midfield options in the coming season or so. MD say that Barcelona have sent scouts to watch Ruiz on a number of occasions, playing for Napoli, of course, in Serie A. He has really impressed in his time out there with some excellent displays there in the midfield. And it's not really a question for me of his quality, because even when he was at Real Betis a few years ago now, back in La Liga, he was a midfielder that you could see had incredible technical quality, really good on the ball. He's got an eye for a pass. He's very good under the press as well. He is a player that certainly suits Barcelona. He's in the Spanish national team, of course. And like I say, he is a good player. My question though would be, where exactly does somebody like Fabian Ruiz, who would cost big money, where would he fit if he was to be brought into the club? Because you look at our midfield right now, it's already overcrowded. And of course, next summer, maybe you are going to look to move out one or two players, but you'll still have the likes of Carlos Alenia and Ricky Puig trying to push there for those positions that have been vacated. Those are the kind of players that Alenia, Puig, who want to make their impact in the first team. And next season, they're going to be right there doing that, alongside the likes of Frenkie de Jong, Arthur Melo, Sergio Busquets, I would imagine, is still going to be there, of course. So I would say right now, Fabian Ruiz, very talented player, very good midfielder. We've seen that in Napoli's team. But at the same time, but right now at least, there's not too many vacancies in that Barca midfield. Another man to certainly keep an eye on in the midfield areas would be Dani Olmo of Dinamo Zagreb, because for me, he is a very exciting player. And right throughout the transfer window in the summer, we did hear quite a few times Dani Olmo being linked to Barcelona, and also since the transfer window, given his impressive start of the season there at Dinamo Zagreb, the rumours once again have continued. And he's a 21-year-old Spanish winger who can also operate there in central areas as well. He's somebody here who actually spent 8 years in the Barcelona Youth Academy before leaving for Croatia back in 2014, and in the last year or so we've really seen the emergence of him on a performance level. Barcelona repeatedly linked there along with many other European clubs. He was excellent for Spain in the under-21 championships in the summer. He was really impressive there, the standout man for them, and he had a really bright start of the season now, once again with Zagreb, also being brought to light, of course, with his performances in the Champions League. And we've gotten to the point now where Dani Olmo is going to leave Dinamo Zagreb. It is going to happen. A big move is inevitable. But will it be to Barcelona? Will we try and bring this man back? Very talented. Somebody, like I say, that every single big European club is keeping tabs on. But where will his next move be? Keep an eye on this one. But I want to move on now to the Neymar Jr. stuff, and I want to start, of course, with the words once again of Lionel Messi, who came out last night in an interview with Rack 1, and once again, Messi here speaking very openly, again in the public domain. Messi doing a few now of these kind of interviews. He came out last night and he said, look, in this market, when we wanted Neymar, when we were going after him, and we couldn't get him, I was worried that he would go to Real Madrid. He was really looking forward to leaving, to making a change this summer, and I thought that Florentino Perez and and Real Madrid could do something to sign him, and I was fearful about that. Messi there, very, very worried actually, throughout the summer transfer window, that if Neymar didn't join Barca, he could end up there going to Madrid, and he was actively worried about that. Messi was then asked, do you think that Neymar regrets leaving Barca for Paris Saint-Germain? And Messi came back and said, look, I think he does. I think that he does. He said you'd have to ask Neymar about that, but I think he does. Shortly after he left, he realised that it was a wrong decision, he'd made a bad choice, and that's the reason that he wanted to return. He said having had him on the team, he would have given us more options had he returned this season, but I understand the signing of Neymar is not only looked at there for the sporting reasons, but also because of the way that he left. I can understand those who don't want him to return. It's completely understandable. It's a complicated situation. So Messi there saying, look, Neymar, I feel, would have brought us so much. I've worked with him, I've played with him, I know what he can do. But at the same time, for those who don't want him back, Messi there holding his hands up, saying that he can understand. And also, very intriguingly there, Messi not only talking about Neymar in that interview, he was also asked there about Antoine Griezmann by Rack 1, and in particular, his feeling upon Griezmann joining up with him at the Camp Nou this summer. To which Messi replied with the following. He said Antoine Griezmann is an intelligent player of great quality, and he will end up adapting to this club, no doubt about that. He said it's always difficult for players to come here, new signings to come in and adapt when they've not grown up in the Barcelona system. He said that it can take some time, and then he said, look, it's a lie. It's a clear lie that I didn't want Griezmann. That never happened. People, of course, accused Messi of not wanting Griezmann here, not getting on with him, but Messi said that is a lie. He said last year, I was the one who actually said he's one of the best players in the world, and the best players are always welcome at Barcelona. And he said, look, I also wanted Neymar to come for the same reason. He's different, but one of the best. I want the best players here. We want the best team. And Messi there trying to shut down some of those Griezmann rumours, but I have to say, he hasn't shut down all of them, because I want to bring you on here to a story which came out a few days ago now at the very start of October. It was a big story from France regarding a Neymar Jr. Antoine Griezmann swap. It was an absolutely sensational claim there from Le 10 Sport there, the French publication. They claim that Antoine Griezmann could be going in the other direction, joining Paris Saint-Germain in order to make Neymar's return to Barcelona possible, and it's very, very interesting there. They say that if PSG were open to accepting Griezmann, if they were happy there to have Griezmann in their team, this operation could really gain weight in the weeks to come. And they didn't even rule out, in that report they said, this could even happen in January. They believe it's a genuine possibility, but what I'd say is this. Right now, we're in October. Antoine Griezmann is only just a Barcelona player. He's only been here a few weeks. He's yet to make his mark, of course, but at the same time, we've got to be fair, he's yet to really have a run of games in his favoured role. He needs some time. Like Messi said there, the time to adapt is now. He's adapting slowly. It will happen. It will happen eventually. You know that it will. He's a very, very good player. It's only a matter of time. But on Neymar, what I would say is this. For good or for bad, we have definitely not heard the last of this. And just finally, guys, I want to give you a quick word here on the Griezmann-Dembele situation. Messi was also asked about that in his interview last night with Rack 1, and it was interesting because just before that, it did come out in the Spanish media that Messi had actually gathered round the referee, gathered round Mathieu Lahoz, and he was shouting at Lahoz. He was saying he can't speak. Dembele, he can't speak, as if to say, Dembele doesn't really know what he's saying. Dembele is certainly not fluent in Spanish, so whatever he said, Messi was saying, look, don't take that to heart too much. Dembele is clearly annoyed, but come on, Lahoz. But at the same time, Lahoz sent him off. Messi there said, I expressed myself badly. What I was trying to say was that it was very complicated for Dembele to have said anything hurtful because he does have trouble putting together sentences in Spanish. I was surprised there that Lahoz understood him so clearly and understood what he was trying to say. And it was almost like Lahoz wanted to understand. He wanted to be hurt by whatever Dembele was saying. And at the end of the day, all that he said was, you're very bad. And like I said the other day, is that so much of a lie? But anyway, just to clear it all up, on the Dembele situation, Barcelona did appeal that ban. They did try to get it reduced from 2 games to 1, but unfortunately, they have been unsuccessful. That appeal has been rejected. Dembele will be banned for 2 games, and as a result, he will miss El Clasico. And that's disappointing. But please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, on everything we have discussed in today's video. Is there anybody in this video, particularly there with Araujo, Dani, Olmo, and also Fabian Ruiz, who takes your fancy? And do you expect the Antoine Griezmann Neymar rumours to continue? Do you think that Neymar still has a chance of returning to Barca? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.